There are question 29 to 34. Do the following statements agree with the information in passage 3 and true, false, not given? And question 35 to 40. Match each fact about anesthesia with the type of anesthetic that it refers to. Firstly, I'm going to do true falses. And 29. Diacordi's book De Materia Medica fell out of use after 60 AD. In this 60 AD, or the name of the book, is my keyword. There is my keyword. And answer to my question is this. His book, De Materia Medico, written in 5 volumes and translated into the least 7 languages, was the primary reference source for physicians over 16 centuries. It states that the Materia Medica fell out of use after 60 AD, but this says that reference source for physicians over 16th century. For answer for it is false. And next 30. Mandragora was first used as an anesthetic during the Middle Ages. Mandragora or Middle Ages is my keyword in it. There is my keyword. And its supporting sentences are these, in which the mandragora, now known as mandrake plant, was one of the first plants to be used as an anesthetic. Due to the apparent screaming that the plant made as it was pulled from the ground, people in the Middle Ages believed that the person who removed the mandrake from the earth would either die or go insane. And the answer is that the first plant to be used as an anesthetic. So, for answer for it is also true, that it was used as an anesthetic during the Middle Ages. And 31. Nitrous oxide can cause the user to both laugh and cry. Nitrous oxide, both laugh and cry are my keywords. Nitrous oxide, there it is. And my supporting sentence for answer is Humphrey Davy, the inventor of the miner's lamp, discovered that inhaling the toxic compound caused a strange euphoria, followed by fits of laughter, tears, and sometimes unconsciousness. And laughter and tears are present, so my answer for 31 is also true. During the second half of 19th century, most dentists use anesthesia. During the last half of the 19th century, most dentists used anesthesia. Keyword for this is 19th century and most dentists. And there is dentist, 19th century. During the second half of the 19th century, most dentists used anesthesia. But there is no information available or written in this passage uh, which states that the most of the dentists used anesthesia in the second half of the 19th century, and so its answer is not given. Moving forward to the next, 33. Anesthesiologists in the United States are required to have 12 years of education and training. United States required 12 years of education and training. These are my keywords. Reading where I was left. United States. And my supporting sentence for my answer is it takes over 8 years of schooling and 4 years of residency until an anesthesiologist is prepared to practice in United States. 8 or 4 years is equals to 12 years, which states that 8 years of schooling and 4 years of residency. There it is, are required 12 years of education and training. So my answer for this is also true. And 34. There are fewer anesthesiologists in United States now than there were 40 years ago. 40 years, United States, both are my keywords. So my supporting sentence for this is the number of anesthesiologists in United States has more than doubled since 1970s as has the improvements and success of the operative care. This states that the number of these type of anesthesiologists has more than doubled, where fewer anesthesiologists in United States now than there were 40 years ago. So this contradicts the passage. So for answer of 34th is false. Now moving forward to 35 to 40. 35. Used by sprinkling on a handkerchief. The types of anesthetic: general, local, regional, chloroform, ether, nitrous oxide, opium, and mandrake. Used by sprinkling on a handkerchief. When I was reading my passage for true and falses, I read about it. So its answer is in sprinkled chloroform on a handkerchief and allowed laboring women to inhale the fumes at own discretion. So for my answer it is D, chloroform for 35. 36. Used on only one specific part of the body. And general anesthetic used to put a patient into temporary state of unconsciousness. Local anesthetic is used only at affected site and cause loss of sensation. So my answer is local anesthetic at the affected site. where my keyword was specific part of the body. So for 36, the answer is local anesthetic and used by boiling with wine. And I know where I was introduced about the wine. There is, and in his manual Discordy suggests boiling the root with wine and having a man drink the potion to remove sensation before cutting his flesh or burning his skin. And this passage gives information about Mandragora and mandrake plant, which is now it is called. So the types is H. mandrake. And for 38, used first during a dental procedure, and its answer is in this paragraph. US dentist Horace Wells was the first on a record to experiment with the laughing gas, which he used in 1844 to relieve pain during tooth extraction. So, first on a record to experiment with the laughing gas, and laughing gas is called nitrous oxide. Answer for 38 is F. nitrous oxide. And 39, used to stop feeling over a larger area of body. And its answer is near about the local anesthetic. Regional anesthetic is used to block the sensation and possibly the movement of a larger portion of the body. So its answer is C. Regional anesthetic. 40th, used in first anesthetic machines, and its answer is in the US dentist. After this, its answer is in this paragraph. And 2 years later, Dr. William Morton created the first anesthetic machine. This sentence sports about the first anesthetic machine, and this apparatus was a simple glass globe containing an ether-soaked sponge. Ether is my answer. And 14th